On November 8th, 1997, my brother and I were born 4 months premature, weighing only 2 pounds each. Against great odds, we survived, but there was more. I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, and my parents were told that I would never walk. Fortunately, no one told me that, so I mirrored my brother's movements. I refused to be left behind. I did everything I could to keep up with him. I learned to do things no one thought possible. With the help of physical therapy, I learned to walk at 3.5 years old. Since that time, I have done whatever I could to improve my stability and independence. Although I have no intellectual handicap, I felt I had to do more to prove myself capable of competing in a world filled with normal people. Being part of AVID has presented me with many opportunities to be normal. AVID has helped me grow, become independent, and advocate for myself. I had always had an aide to help me get around school, but once I started high school, I decided that I should learn how to get around by myself. Even though I thought the odds of me carrying my books by myself, including up and down the stairs, were not good, I decided to make that my new goal. My AVID group was very supportive and helped me whenever I needed it. I remember one particular conversation that I had with my AVID classmates during our junior year of high school. We were all sitting in a circle, and each of us had to share a fear that we had about going away to college. When it was my turn, I had a choice to make. Was I going to open up and share my true fears about going away to college, or was I just going to say something general? After looking around at my classmates, I decided to be open and honest. I expressed my fears of not knowing how I was going to get around on a college campus. Was it even possible? What happened next came as a surprise. Instead of sitting in a comfortable silence, my classmates actually had something to say. They weren't afraid to talk about it. One of my friends came up with the idea that I can get a golf cart and drive it around campus. Then someone else chimed in and said I could decorate the golf cart with the university's colors. This conversation went on for a good 5 minutes, and there I was, wondering why I was so afraid to be honest with them. I realized I didn't have to hide my disability. They were open to helping me in any way that they could, and they truly accepted me for who I am. I didn't have to be embarrassed about being different. And with their continued support, I can now carry my books through the halls and up and down the stairs on my own. Because of my disability, my muscles are much tighter than a normal person's, and oftentimes, my muscles start to spasm because they're so tight. Stress can cause this muscle spasticity. AVID helped me realize that most stress is caused by poor time management. Learning how to take good notes, and stay organized greatly benefited me. I have to say, though, when our AVID group first started tutorials, I was a little nervous about participating. Our tutorials were done on a whiteboard that balanced on an easel, and the first thing I thought about was, oh my gosh, I'm going to end up knocking down this board. My balance wasn't the best at that point in my life, so knocking down the board was a good possibility. Lucky for me, that never actually happened. My peers became my extended family and support system. Looking back on the first day of tutorials, it seems like so long ago, and so much has changed since then. Over time, I actually became a tutor for the 8th grade AVID class. I went from being nervous about completing my own tutorials to leading a tutorial group as a senior. Other opportunities that Avid has given me include ACT prep, community service, filling out college and scholarship applications, and learning how to fill out financial forms. My friends and I realized that our parents didn't know everything that they needed to know about the college admissions process. It didn't help that it was always changing, and being a part of Avid presented students with the tools and support system that they need to achieve their goal of higher education. Taking college tours with my Avid group allowed me to visualize how my life would be on a college campus. The tours also allowed me to compare different colleges to see which ones best suited my needs. My Avid teacher, Mrs. Hochul, is the best. She is the most supportive teacher that I know. She has been with our group for all 4 years and always makes sure that our class stays on top of everything that needs to be done while still having some fun. She always looks out for the well-being of her students and does whatever she can to help us succeed in all parts of our lives. With her leadership, the friendships built in Avid are stronger than the average friendships. She taught us to advocate for ourselves and for each other. I would like to take this time to thank all of my teachers for being so supportive of my goals, especially my English teacher, Mr. Hochul, who helped me practice this speech. I would also like to thank my 8th grade Avid tutorial group for accepting me for who I am. I have had such a wonderful time watching all of them grow and work together to solve their homework problems. I can honestly say that being their tutor was one of the highlights of my senior year. I would also like to thank my Avid family for helping me overcome countless obstacles during high school. Most importantly, I would like to thank my family for always believing in me and encouraging me to do my best, even when things were difficult. They taught me that I have to work for what I want in life and that nothing comes easy. I learned that the things in life worth having often are the things you have to work for. College was always a question for me, not from an intellectual standpoint, but rather on a physical level. I never knew if I would be able to go away to college. Did I have to do online school or commute to the community college? These were questions I started asking myself the day my oldest brother went off to college. I always thought living in a dorm on campus was out of the question. I am so excited to share with all of you today that I have been accepted to Capital University in Columbus, Ohio, and have received the Presidential Scholarship Award. Not only will I be living on campus, but I will be 2 hours away from home. I have finally reached my goal of independence. While at Capital University, I plan on majoring in communications. I will then continue on to get my master's degree in speech pathology. I have become someone who can advocate for herself. I know how to get what I need and how to adapt. I have confidence that I will do great in college because I have the tools that I need to be successful. Avid has taught me to have a voice. I always enjoy sharing my stories in hopes that it will inspire someone. And now, I finally have the confidence to let my voice be heard. Avid builds confidence. My walking and balance will be better some days than others. But my disability and education have given me one of my greatest tools, the ability to adapt. There are many more challenges that I will have to face in the future, college being one of them. But I am looking forward to taking that next step. The encouragement and support that Avid has given me has led me to realize that my abilities are not defined by my handicap. My wish for the future is that all students could have the opportunity to be a part of the Avid program and to have the opportunity to find their voice. Thank you, Avid, for allowing me to come here and share my story. Thank you.